Hey everybody, it's Carol. Another year has flown by, can you believe it? And here I am again giving my year-end message. Right now, as we end the decade and enter 2020, a lot of things feel like they're in chaos, falling apart, or changing into something we struggle to understand. Am I right? Things like America, the environment, print media, social media, the news cycle that never ends on all our devices, the ding of notifications day and night. Well, I have four big tips for you in this year end message. And tip number one for 2020 is don't let the hysteria get to you. Don't buy in. Set some boundaries and learn to unplug so that you can really hear your own inner voice about what really matters to you as a writer and stay on course. If you need an app to remind you to get off Facebook or to work with one of those ones that shuts it off, uh, do it. Take an entire day offline every week. Set hours for your screen time and switch off some every day. We can't make a better world and we can't bring the writing that we want to get out in the world if we're in personal or career chaos and we can't pay our bills. You've got to clear some actual productive work time, right, to build your business. And we can't do that if we're just constantly looking at another notification. So tip number two is to expect and prepare for change. In a marketplace in flux, like our freelance writing marketplace is right now, changes will come. And that means you're not safe relying on one job board or one bid site or one content mill to be your everything. They could close up shop or change their rates or stop paying or ban you tomorrow. So you need to be diversified. So tip number three is to reflect back and set goals and decide who to listen to. And yeah, this tip kind of has three parts, but they're all related, okay? So the first part is to reflect back. Did you achieve what you wanted in your writing life in 2019? And if not, it's time to set intentions for 2020, not resolutions, because we all know we forget about those like in about 2 weeks. But think about what you want to prioritize, what's important, and set goals. This is a good time to think big. Is this the year you leave your day job or finally afford a real vacation that doesn't involve a tent or make it into your dream publication or land your first retainer client? Write down the writing goals that are most important to you and don't toss them in a drawer after that. Post them by your computer so you see them every day and you remember where you are trying to go. Then think about how to break those big goals down into monthly and then weekly actionable steps. You want to keep these actions in the sphere of your control, not I will make $2,000 this month more or for the first time or whatever, but I will do 100 pieces of marketing to try to get retainer clients this month. Figure out how you're going to get accountability on those goals weekly. Who is your buddy for that? My experience having coached hundreds and hundreds of students now is that actually taking action on the goals does not happen in a vacuum. It's not going to happen with you looking in the mirror and telling you to do it. Figure out where your accountability is going to come from, whether it's my freelance writers den community or a writers group you're in or a writers group on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever. Figure out who is going to hold you accountable because we all need that. And finally, figure out who you're going to trust to give you advice. As we head into a recession, there's been an explosion in the freelance writing world lately. You may have noticed of fake experts who want to give you freelance writing advice. I literally just saw one right before I came to make this recording of someone who's selling a must-have beginner's guide to freelancing, who was also on the same day announcing that she had just signed up to an essay writing mill that pays $4 a page. Now more than ever, be selective about who you listen to. Bring your BS meter to the internet and listen to your gut feelings about what advice really sounds right to you. Read about pages carefully. A lot of coaches out there freelanced for less than a year before they started selling advice about it. or they've done it for years but without a whole lot of success. So if your coach hasn't freelanced successfully through a downturn, which would be they've got to be at it since 2008-9, there's a lot they don't know about how to help you thrive in 2020. So my final tip number 4 is, if you do nothing else, make this the year you believe in your talent. Kill the negative self-talk. Really, enough of it already. And stop talking yourself out of being a freelance writer and claim the life you really want. The market is not saturated, not with good writers. It isn't. And what you bring to it is always unique. Toughen up. Just like, let's buck up and do this. Stop fearing rejection and accept that it's part of freelance life. It's not about you. It's not, some kind of judgment on your skills. And remember that if this were easy, no one would have a job, right? Everyone would be writing and being creative for a living. Wherever you're at in your freelance journey, there are publications, businesses, government agencies, charities, universities that could really use your help. Start telling the world what you can write for them. Tell everyone you can find who you are looking for as a client, and commit to doing every day what you know you are here on earth to do. You don't want to end up with regrets at the end of your life about the creative path you should have taken. So let's do this. 2020 is your year. As my daughter taught me to tell her when she's feeling down, I believe in you. So I'm here to help you. If you've got a big question, challenge, or obstacle right now about how to launch or grow your freelance biz in 2020, leave it down in the comments and let me give you some quick coaching on it. And here is to a good year for all, full of terrific writing clients who pay great in 2020. Happy writing.